Hello, everyone. John Bruna here with the Daily Quote. Thanks for joining me. I hope you are finding these truly helpful. Let's go ahead, get to today's quote. We have all overcome many challenges, difficulties, and hardships in our lives. It's important to reflect upon our growth and resiliency instead of simply focusing on our perceived shortcomings. Yeah, this is a common problem. It's well documented throughout all of psychology. It's so easy and automatic for us to focus on what we didn't do well or on what's wrong. The typical descriptions are it's like Velcro. We did that one thing, or we don't feel we're good enough for this one thing, and these shortcomings, what I haven't done well, what I need to improve. Like Velcro, it sticks. Meanwhile, all of the things that we've done well, everything we've succeeded at, everything we've accomplished, every challenge we've overcome, every difficulty that we have walked through, every hardship we have endured, well, that's like Teflon. Just slides right off. So these are the common analogies you'll find in psychology. The idea of Teflon, of the good that we do, the worthiness that we have, the achievements that we've accomplished, or just the hardships that we have endured. No, we don't spend much time on that. What we spend time on is the Velcro, the stickiness of our perceived shortcomings. And one of the things that I think's really valuable in terms of living in reality, and reality is, we've all done a lot more good than we have done harm. We have all accomplished a lot more than we have failed at. We have all done so much more in terms of our lives, of things that are kind and generous, caring than we have that are selfish and stubborn or harmful. That's just reality. Well, making time each day to reflect upon the good that you have done, to allow the brain to acknowledge that, to have a little reward point. Our brain has these neural pathways, and these neural pathways are well-worn grooves and connections. And the beautiful thing is they are malleable. They're changeable. We can create new ones. We can restore old ones. We can weaken old ones. And so while our brains are very well wired to that tendency to focus on shortcomings or things we didn't do well, we can actually start making the connections to the things that we have done well, but we need to bring them to mind. We need to have those neurons fire together. The saying is neurons that fire together wire together. And neurons out of sync don't link. So if we're never bringing to mind the value that we bring to the world, those connections aren't made. That sense of self-worth, of value, of worthiness that, well, it's probably who you are, just doesn't show up as much. So it's not to be, an egomaniac or pat yourself on the back at every little thing that we do. Much more authentically recognizing your value as a human being, the opportunity that you have to recognize the meaning and purpose of your life and acknowledge what you do that is helpful and is meaningful, to just reflect upon that, make those connections, have a sense of contentment about a day well lived. Yeah, it's an important reflection. And it's one that leads us more to reality instead of the misperception of all these perceived shortcomings and the limited value we may have about ourselves. Hope you find this helpful. It really is an important practice.